as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Back to throw, Willis.
He gets it left side to Johnson. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He gets it to Burks again.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Hassan Reddick. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Back to throw, Ritter. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the ball comes loose, and they move this all the way down to the 9.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ritter to throw it.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. Touchdown!
Rondale Moore.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Now Willis.
Throw left side complete to Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Johnson on the counter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. 17-0 our score after 1.
Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They go to Johnson again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ridder in this offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Ridder.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Going play action. Ridder.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Johnson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Willis will look to throw it.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Orbits. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Ritter on 1st and 10. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ritter now. That is caught.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Ritter with another throw on 2nd down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now Ritter.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Laquan Treadwell. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Condors continue to pull away here in this first half.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw, here's Willis. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
7 yards there and a first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Willis to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set to go again, Laquan Treadwell marches back out onto the field. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Ritter back to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 32-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down, here's Ritter.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
J.K. Dobbins.
39 yards.
And the Condors will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Willis looking to throw it. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Willis. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Willis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Willis will look to pass again here. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Willis. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
On first down, Ritter. Open man is Mingo, complete.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down or Blitz.
Back to throw, Willis. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Willis will look to throw it. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Ritter to throw it.
Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Hassan Reddick make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now 3rd down and very long. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. they have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Willis.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Willis. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Orbits.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Willis. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Willis to throw once more.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Manageable now.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
Ritter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now Ritter.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On second down, Ritter. That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Dobbins.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Dobbins once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Willis looking to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 6. Back to throw, Willis.
Fights through him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Willis.
Touchdown! Adam Troutman from 17 yards out.
And the Orbits are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
3rd and short, Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Treadwell, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score. Trouble, 38. Ready.
Ritter back to throw. That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Rondell Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Condors start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The 2nd down throw by Willis. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st down, Orbits.
Willis. This one caught by Isabella. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Willis will look to pass again here. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Willis. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Orlando.
Willis wants to pass it again.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Willis out of the gun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown!
Adam Troutman.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Orbits get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Motioning right is Treadwell.
Another run here with Dobbins. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Down to the 42, 2nd down. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ritter to throw it.
Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Third down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Willis, gotta have this one.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty.
To throw, here's Willis.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Third down and 10. Here's Willis.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Willis to throw once more. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Shotgun snap to Willis. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Third down and 6. Here's Willis.
Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Willis. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now Willis to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ochena Nwosu in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Given 3 on the run there, now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.
So they came in here facing a very tall task, going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took on the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team's season.
So for Vancouver,
the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.